Recording it, yes. So what, I don't know if I'll be able to get my screen share working because, like I said, I took a nap before.
Do we have to okay that if we say we don't want it to be recorded?
Then you just have to stop talking. Yep. Because people do
Turn off
ask
your camera.
People do ask and say, "Oh, I wish you had recorded it." So I started doing that. I mean, hardly anybody's actually looking at it, but I just throw it up on my YouTube channel, and it works really well. And this is my my screen share. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. Hold on, share. No politics. Can you see it? Is it coming up?
Excellent. Excellent.
Politics, especially today. There's a Trump rally like 4 miles from my house right now. So I'm not talking about politics.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take that off because we don't have to deal with that. Right. So we have a new person. Richie Kuntz joined us. We
How
have
are you today?
person yet, and Alan Rubin, hi there. Some of us have been regulars, you know, but a quick round of introduction, and we'll try to make it time effective, right, Ross?
Right.
Some of our Zoom calls have gone on for like 2 hours, and that's just a bit much sometimes. And it devolves into nonsense, you know.
Yeah, I think 1 hour is always a good limit for a Zoom call.
If you can do it in an hour or less, that's awesome. Yeah.
Good.
So you know what? I'm all about punctuality, and it is 6:34. So if I could just start with my agenda for a quick second. Yes, we're getting official. I have an agenda. Here's my share button. Here we go. Working. Hold on.
I think we need to put Richard Birak on mute because he's making all the noise.
Got puppies? Walking on the street?
Urban life.
Where's my share? There it is. They moved the buttons then.
I'm not used to it anymore. I live in the country.
Okay. Are you guys seeing my shared screen by any chance?
No.
Not yet.
We did, not anymore.
Earlier we did.
Share, come on. Why is this doing something different now?
Just you do the agenda regardless, Mama.
Okay, yeah. So we just wanted to give you a quick update. Hold on, I gotta admit people into the waiting room. I really would like to get this screen to work. All right, give me a second here. I'm gonna find it. Sure. Tell me when you see something that looks like an agenda.
Yep,
You
that's
got
it.
it.
Okay, I'll keep this quick. Just wanted to say we've got 26 people paid up and registered, which is amazing. We're like 9 months away, 8 months away, and we appreciate that, you know, it's not necessarily on your mind, but it is on those of us who are doing the planning. So we've got enough money to fund the first major down payment, but we want the rest of you to sign up, book it, you know, book up and commit. And one of the things we just want to confirm with anyone, and we'll probably put maybe a little Facebook questionnaire, or we'll just send out an email. If you are looking for lodging recommendations, we haven't started looking at hotels yet because it is early enough, but we will get you at least 2 or 3 recommendations. We physically want to go and see these hotels because, you know, New York City is a sanctuary city, right? So we have had other people living in our hotels than you would expect. So we wanted to make sure that it's a safe place to be and that we're happy, you know, to have you stay there.
Get out of the house.
I'm sure some of you are going to be traveling from some
Get out of the
distances.
house.
So
I'm on mute.
She was responsible.
okay,
She wouldn't come down the steps. She had a whole meltdown upstairs.
what is that?
Can we just, everybody just mute ourselves and that's it?
Yes.
I'll take this because it's very hard.
The volume of down there. I can't
Yeah.
spell. Okay.
What is it?
I'm on a Zoom call for my high school reunion.
And let her be.
Take the leash.
I wish I could mute people from here, but I don't think I can. So
Yeah.
we're gonna work on that. By January, we'll definitely have recommendations, if not sooner. So we'll get that going. And one of the things we talked about is what else we might want to do on that weekend. And I gotta do the housekeeping here. Gotta admit people into the waiting room here. We do know that there is a Mets Yankees Subway Series going on that weekend, but we don't have the actual class time, game times and stuff. And if that's something we think people want to do, we would love to have that be one of our agenda items. We do have the event on Saturday, so that day would probably be pretty much tied up. But anything else would be great. I mean, I'd love to go. It's probably going to be up in the Bronx, which some of us have not gone to a stadium up in the Bronx in a long time. I would have preferred to be at, Citi Field, Shea Stadium, but what are you going to do? They didn't ask for our opinion. There's also other things that people have suggested that we might want to do. Maybe something the night before, that Friday night when people are coming in, if we could just, find a bar to hang out in and reconnect. I recently did karaoke and I had a lot of fun and I was terrible at it. Karen can attest to being off key, but it didn't matter because I was having a good time. And so we might do something like that. We might do something outdoors. We're trying to get a high school tour arranged, but it's too soon to commit with the high school. And they do have a lot of security issues these days, and opening up the building on the weekend might be a challenge. But, we'll see what we can come up with. And if anyone has any ideas about what they'd like to do, whether it's going out to the wine country or, some people suggested a picnic in the park. That could be a little iffy with weather. We can't control that. But we'd like to make it, worth your while to come and visit. So hopefully that will be an option. Let me see. Just so you know can you see the screen with the names, the list of names? I think so, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yes,
checking.
you're good.
So these are the folks who've already registered. And we're grateful for them, so we can start funding this endeavor. And you're probably going to see names on that list that you haven't thought about in a long time, but you're going to be very curious and want to get together with them. So keep it in mind, start spreading the word and continue to spread the word. We've had a lot of response. We have over 200 people in the Facebook group. So if we could get half of them to show up, it'd be amazing. It would actually be amazing.
Now, how do you register and get on this list that the page?
How do you so is that Tom
This
Finlay?
Thomas,
Yes,
this
I
is
thought so.
how you doing?
Hi. It's very easy. If we have your email address, Ross has been sending out the invitation information. If we don't have your email address, just message it to us through Facebook. I think we have you on Facebook, right, Tom?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think you have my email address too.
I think we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're happy
Yeah.
to send it out again.
What's up, Artie?
Make him.
Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
This is Thomas Finlayson.
What's going on, buddy?
All right.
Oh, I got to take my screen up because I don't see anybody who's
Okay.
Artie Johnson. Okay, great. Nice to see you. First timer.
Yeah.
I know you've been on the
it's
Facebook
been a
group with
while.
us. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm going to take this screen off because I really want to see all of you. But you've seen that a number of people have already have signed up. So we'd love to get the rest of you on. And here we are. Okay, great. We got Jill on. Jill paid up, and probably half the people on the screen have already paid up. So that's great. Okay, should we do a quick round of introductions for some of the folks that are new here? All right, those of you who are hiding behind the black box, with the video off, we want to see your faces. There you are. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Is that a jersey you're wearing there, Tom?
Excuse me?
Is that a football jersey?
Yeah, my nephew, he plays for the University of Oregon. He's a senior. He's one of the top recruited linemen for this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah,
Very
we are
exciting.
as a family.
Yes,
We are very excited about
I
that.
know what you're doing on a Saturday afternoon, huh? Watching those games. I'm going to start with the top corner of my screen. Denise, you want to do a quick introduction for those who don't know you yet?
Hey, I was Denise Carbone. I'm now Denise Abdale, and I am a children's book author now. And I have a book coming out next month. And I put all the information up on your website. So check out all the pictures that are there of my new book that's coming out.
That's so awesome. very proud of you. And it's a children's book, if I remember,
Yes.
right?
children's
Yes.
book.
I think everybody's got a child in their life, a grandchild, whatever, and would probably love to see this
So
book.
go check it out. It comes out October 23rd. Check it out on Amazon. Please leave me a review of the book. I appreciate it if you could do that. So all the information is up there I took all the snapshots and put it up on the MVB site.
Absolutely. And keep reminding us because, everybody gets distracted. Yeah. I'm going to walk over to Ed Costa. Just unmute yourself, please, Ed, and say hi.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody today? I'm Ed Costa. I currently live in Westchester County in Briarcliff Manor, originally from Floral Park, New York, 259th Street and 86th Avenue. I'm approaching retirement from Verizon. Worked in network operations for 33 years, and that's all I have to say because I have an excruciatingly painful migraine headache.
Oh,
I almost didn't join the call, but I'm on. So if you see me just fall down
Call
in the middle
911.
of the call, you'll understand why.
Oh. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Ross, my partner in crime here.
Absolutely. Living in Annapolis, Maryland, and practicing dentistry full time. Married with 2 kids and 2 grandkids. Still running marathons and trying to keep up with Rich Kuntz when we ski together.
Oh, awesome. Hey, maybe we should arrange a ski trip one day after the reunion.
Absolutely. We can all stay at Rich's house in Steamboat.
There you go. Hey, I got a brand new hip. I should be ready for skiing by next year. Well, Ross has been tremendously helpful. If you have information about other alumni, that contact information of any kind, he's the contact person.
Arthur Johnson, I do not have an email for you, so make sure you send me your email, okay?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay, thank you. I have emails for everybody else in the group.
Great. Alice Silverberg.
Hi. So I retired from being a professor of mathematics at the University of California at Irvine. And I also write a kind of a blog, which is kind of my memoirs of being a woman in mathematics and anything else I feel like writing about. But it's essentially memoirs that are trying to be humorous. At the moment, I should probably keep my introduction short because at the moment my life is going crazy because my husband, after a 50-day hospital stay, came home and was doing really, really well. And all of a sudden he started to go downhill, possibly with something different and nobody knows, and we don't have decent doctors. And everyone tells me the medical system is falling apart. And,
oh, nice.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Navigating the medical systems. Yeah, I'm told I need a Dr. House. I need someone who can good at solving these problems. So I don't know whether I have to take him to the Mayo Clinic or whether there's something I can do. Because at the moment he really can't travel. So anyway, that's where I am. Any advice?
So sorry.
We lost him again. We totally sympathize. Yeah, keep us posted, and your blog. Feel free to stick a link on our Facebook group. I got time on my hands right now, so I could read that. I'm trying to keep up with who I'm admitting into this room. Alan Rubin.
Hey there, greetings.
Good to see you.
I got to tell you, I'm actually very disappointed that I didn't hear about this group. I'm sure you guys have had other reunions over the years, and I had no idea.
Actually, that's not true. There hasn't been one since the year 2000.
I didn't even know about that one. So I feel less bad.
Okay.
I feel less bad. But like Ross, hey Ross, it's been a while. I'm a dentist practicing full time as well. Married, got a couple of kids and a couple of grandkids, and my backyard never looked so good on the iPad here. But
where do you live?
I'm sorry. I live in Bergen County in Wyckoff.
Oh, okay.
I made a wrong turn when I left Queens Village and somehow ended up here.
There's a staff sergeant staying in the hotel. He keeps locking himself out of his room. They're up to 4 keys.
Things are good.
Yeah.
just kind of riding it out. And I had my post golf nap, so I'm ready to go now with this call.
You're
So it's
all
all
set.
good.
Good. I'll turn the reins over to you because I'm still working on my nap too.
I teach you. I'm a better golfer than I'm a napper, but we'll do the best we can.
Great. Well, we have golf courses in Long Island. Maybe
I've heard
we'll end up getting a little gathering together, and somebody will get you into the Merrick, County Golf Course that weekend. You never know.
I'll meet you out there for the Ryder Cup next year. So.
Oh, okay. I don't play, but you never know. One can learn new things, right?
Why not?
Great. Richie,
that's it.
Talk to us. I'm so happy to see your face. Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Which is there more than one? Because I got.
Oh, I'm sorry. Richard Kuntz is who I was pointing at.
Okay, I'm going to get off.
Well, you can stay on. Yeah, but don't leave us. Yes.
How are y'all? So as Ross mentioned, I kind of live in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I'm there about 2/3 of the time, and I'm in San Diego the rest of the time. I spent most of my life and my career on the West Coast, the bulk of it here in San Diego. So I just haven't fully left, even though I love spending all that time in the mountains.
I hear you. Yeah. I thought you'd be on the East Coast. I thought I remember you saying that sometimes you're on the East Coast as well, or no?
Only when I'm visiting family.
Only when you have to. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in New Jersey occasionally when I see family, but the bulk of the time, if the weather's nice or if there's snow on the ground, you'll find me in Colorado. And if it's what we call the shoulder season, you'll find me in San Diego.
Well, Karen's going to San Diego next week, so you two can maybe find each other. You can do a little mini reunion in San Diego. Yeah.
That would have been nice. I'm headed back to Steamboat on Tuesday. So we're rolling town.
Yeah, for those who didn't know that we've been doing this since last September, which is amazing. It's almost a year, right, that we've been doing these Zoom calls. And we had a New York gathering, an informal gathering in January. Then we had another one in April in Florida. So we got to see a few people. Because, life is short. You don't know if you're going to see each other and and why wait, so it's been a lot of fun. We're going to try to do a football. Alan Crystal and I were talking about maybe we'll do a football, bar in Long Island, maybe in November. We'll see where the Jets are playing and whether it's worth watching them. Sorry, Karen, I know you're a Jet fan. But, might as well have a little fun with it. Yeah. Karen, you're next up in my screenshots here.
I'm Karen Altman, Monica's sister, in case you didn't figure that out. I assume we don't look as alike as we did in high school. Mm-hmm. I too have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. All 4 of them live in California, in San Diego. So I had to also live in California. So I live part-time in Carlsbad and the majority of my time on the North Fork of Long Island in Southold. I am retired. I worked in the steel industry, in procurement, purchasing. Then I had a career in raising children. And then I went back to work at nearly age 50 for my last career in procurement again, working at a hospital and then at Stony Brook University, which I really enjoyed because I was around some really smart people, as you can imagine. On the university side, not the hospital side. And I retired in 2020, right before COVID struck. But we're enjoying the bi-coastal lifestyle. And, we still have too many connections in New York to give up New York altogether. So
like me,
like my sister who, I can't be too far away from. So, but I'm glad we're going to get together because I think I went to one reunion, maybe the 15th reunion, and never came back for another one. So,
Karen, you and Henry were at the 25th.
Oh, then I was at the 25th. I know Monica went to a few more. So
I remember meeting Henry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody likes my husband so much.
He was the social butterfly.
If I get sick on that day, I'm sending Henry anyway because
absolutely.
He was very popular with the January get together.
Yep.
Everybody told me what a nice guy he was. And he, you know, he is a nice guy. So, I mean, I have to admit that. Yeah.
Don't tell him to his face.
No, he's in the other room. He's watching the news. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're juggling it around my newly born grandson's first birthday in May. So I have to plan everything around the grandchildren's birthdays and then getting back for the reunion. And then in June, Monica and I and about a dozen other people are going to Iceland and doing a cruise. So it's a very busy retired life. You know, it's worse than when I was working, you know. And I think because there's a lot of things that change at the drop of a hat. You know, at work, you know, you were going every day, Monday to Friday. You knew what time you were getting up in the morning. Retirement life seems to be completely up in the air. So, you know, you just got to go with the flow. But I'm glad I'm here. You know, we're all getting older. I just went to 2 funerals in the last week of 2 65-year-olds. So, you know, it's a blessing that we're all on this Zoom call.
And I just want to make a note. I am not retired. Karen's retired. She's having a lot more fun than I am, but I'm a real estate agent in Long Island. So, but anyway, thanks, Karen. I see Laura Atwood is on the call. It doesn't have her name on the picture, but it's the iPad number 3 over there, right, Laura?
Yep.
How are you doing?
Oh, well, you know more of the story.
How's South Dakota holding up?
So the short version was that because of various reasons, starting with a lack of clergy and closing down some parishes and this and that, I lost my job in the beginning of July, and then had plans in place to visit my older son, who is presently in the Army, having transferred from the Marine Corps. And he was going to be transferred to the East Coast. And I wanted to get to see him for the first time in 9 years. Wow. So I did that. But I was stupid and I consented to borrow a friend's Tesla. Do not buy a Tesla. Do not ever buy an electric car. I can't begin to tell you about the horrible, horrible anxiety of, are we going to get there before this damn thing runs out of juice?
I mean, you didn't carry the solar panel on the roof for yourself?
You don't understand. The same friend who loaned it to us had outlined where to charge. But you drive around in the parking lot at whatever food store, you know, or wherever the thing was, you could drive there for a half an hour. Had it been decent temperatures, you know, I wouldn't have been quite so worried about the battery, but this was triple digits since we left home. Home is South Dakota, northeast corner.
Wow.
And, well, I couldn't stand the East Coast humidity. I've never been able to breathe East Coast air. Out here, yeah, but, you know, after 60 some odd years of there. So anyway, eventually we managed to get back. And
that's what counts.
A few days later, I had a kidney stone.
Oh,
having lost the job, I lost the insurance. Having been working, I had not applied for Medicare. I couldn't apply for Medicaid because we couldn't figure out how out here back before I had the job out here. I am a musician. I play organ, piano. My degree is in piano performance. I am a singer. I'm a composer, etc., etc. All the kind of stuff that nobody wants to pay for if they have you play or sing or both. And I'm in the process now of trying to Cobra my way into not owing so much on the hospital bill, because the last time my second son had an issue with his car, we decided, okay, we're going to help him this one last time, and made it very clear that this was it. But we maxed out the plastic, such as it was, and we can't afford to do it again, which is why you're not going to see any money for a while.
Well, I don't envy your situation for sure.
Yep.
I hope you can resolve all that and still make it back to
So do we.
East Coast that you don't want to be in, but at least come visit us if at all possible. But I'm glad you're on the call with us, and if I come up with any ideas, I'll text you because,
Yep.
we're fixing on this situation. Yeah. Let's move along. Arthur Johnson, let's hear from you. We haven't heard from you yet.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
All right, let me start with leaving Martin Van Buren. I went straight, hit the computers. I worked 20 years in the computer field. I studied computer programming. I was a systems analyst. I worked for the city first, and then I worked for the government. So after the 20 years and a couple of kids, I have 3 sons, 6 grandchildren. And
Nice.
after I retired from the computers, my life was kind of messy. So I decided that I needed God in my life. And I gave my life over to Christ. And I am an ordained pastor from Church of God in Christ. My church was called Eternal Life. And I'm located in Wisconsin. This is where I've been for the last 20 years.
Wow. That's
Nice.
an adventure. It sounds like
Yeah,
you're constantly reinventing yourself. That's exciting.
Yeah, it was, especially starting over, something new, something I had never been involved with. But this is the first time I've actually attempted to do anything like reunion with, people that I went to school with. So don't worry if you don't see me again. I figured I would at least try it at least once. We're getting older now, so figure I'd at least try it at least once.
Excellent. And I know a church musician who's right next to you on the screen, who could come and perform at your church. I'm sure she'd be a great asset.
Wisconsin is about a day's drive from here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Oak Creek. I like it out
Okay.
here. Very nice. Very nice. Peace and quiet.
Yeah, my cat friend is in Mazzomani, which is a suburb of Madison.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. Thanks, Arthur. Next up, Jill. You're still on mute, but come and join us.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone.
Great to see you.
Oh, my hand's in front of the screen. I'm not good with these tablets. So I moved. I live in Belmar and I live in Albany. I'm married for going to be 45 years next month, and I've got 2 kids and 4 grandkids. I'm a geologist, and I've got my own environmental consulting firm for about 25 years now, and I'm trying to retire. We travel back and forth all the time between Albany and Long Island, so I get to get all the good food in Long Island, but the peace and quiet of Albany when I want it. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. It's nice to reconnect. Trying to get some of our, more people involved, but takes time sometimes.
Yeah. But I love that we get a lot of new faces every time we have a Zoom.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to see Ross. I mean, I know I don't always recognize a lot of people, but certainly, I remember you guys and I remember Ross.
Right.
Others. Yep. So thank you for what you're doing.
I'm enjoying it. I wish it was here. I mean, right, Ross? I wish it was
Yes.
time
Yeah.
because it's like, let's get it going.
Don't rush our life away.
Yeah, I know. Time flies too quickly, but and Jill and I have been talking because her business somewhat coincides with my real estate business. So while I'm out dealing with my hip recovery, I'm not doing any work, but I will be back and I will get you in front of that commercial networking group and see what comes of that. That'll be fun. Yeah.
It'd be great to get to know you better. Just
yeah.
chat.
Yeah. We're in Long Island. We should do this, right?
I know.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Great. Richard Birak, if we can get you to unmute.
Yeah, may not have much time. Got a condo meeting going to start in a moment, but I work for the mayor of New York. Work for deputy mayor of development and housing and things like that, and live in Carroll Gardens, Cobble Hill, Brooklyn. So I'm still sort of in Long Island, you could say. And I've been here since 1990.
Not really.
And been in government since 1985 for city government, different agencies along the way. And I'm a city planner and architect with a son, married to additional stepchildren.
Very nice.
Do you have a relative named Corey?
Yes. And now I got to go in my condo meetings. I got to get out of here. Yes, Corey still lives in the neighborhood, Belrose.
Your brother? You're actually related to my husband. Another story.
Ah, see? Bring the whole family to the reunion. It'll be great.
Wow.
Well, that was I wish he had said he needed more time. We could have gotten him sooner, but that was a great connection. Lori Lipman Brown. She, her, or they, them. I think we got that.
I got it fixed. I got it fixed. Hi. Let's see. I live in Maryland, not far from DC. Spent some time in DC. Spent a whole lot of time in Nevada. My careers have included practicing law, education, personnel security. I served in the Nevada State Senate for a couple of years, but now my spouse and I are thrilled to be retired and enjoying a lot of stuff. The one that takes up most of our time now is bicycling. We've bicycled in 49 of the 50 states as well as DC. And next year we will finish off with Hawaii.
Whoa,
wow.
Nice.
That's amazing.
And for those people, if anybody remembers that I was really into theater in high school, I did get to do a whole lot of community theater in Vegas. So that was fun.
Marion the librarian, right?
Yes, you remembered.
Yes, absolutely.
I really wish Marla Aladef would come into our group here because, she was the Marion, it's like.
Her brother is on Facebook and he said she absolutely refuses any social media.
Well, yeah, but you did get word about maybe coming to a reunion, I hope.
I'll send a note to her brother and see if she would consider a reunion. I don't know. He said she refuses social media, as a lot of people do.
Tell her Lori Littman would love to see her at the reunion if she could do it.
Absolutely.
No pressure. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have a few people who are definitely not involved in social media and could be for their career choices. We have some people who are in the security world or public world that don't want to be on it. But any way we can reach out, LinkedIn, texting, just email us. Ross keeps all the email addresses. Everything's kept confidentially. We're not trying to sell our list to anybody. We're not going to make any money doing that.
Well, let me also do a quick shout out about one of my very favorite, I've done this before, but one of my very favorite artists also graduated with our class. There's too much reflection, dang it. Anyway, behind me is one of Bonnie Fader Wilkinson's, used to be Bonnie Fader, pastels. And I'm wondering if this one would show up better.
She does post those on Facebook. I've seen her artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the link to her website, but she does some amazing stuff.
Nice.
And if anyone remembers Bonnie Fader, and if you have the Martin Van Buren 1975 yearbook, you can see her artwork on the cover.
Oh,
good.
Not as elaborate as this, but yeah.
Hey, listen, I've got to run, but I just wanted to say hello to the group or goodbye to the group and everything. And I'll come back on the next one.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Alan. Take care.
Hey, Ross, Mr. Gottlieb sends his best to you, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness. Oof.
I know. I still can't get rid of that guy. He's in my soul.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I gotta run, guys. Take care.
Right.
Be well.
Take care.
I think we lost somebody I was just going to grab, but I guess we lost them.
I'm going to leave too. And Ross, I'll get you that email that you asked for.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Arthur.
Take care, everybody. God bless.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. God bless to you too. Thank you. A few people have dropped off. Somebody dropped off that I wanted to actually have him short. I think it was Judy Henson. I don't know if she lost the connection.
She's still there.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
There you are. You're up next. Don't leave us yet.
Good to see you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself for those of us, who don't know what you've been up to.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, so I worked for the city of New York, and I retired in 2013, and we were living back in Floral Park, and then we moved out to Suffolk County. So right now we're in Mount Sinai, not far from Riverhead, and we love it out here. And I'm enjoying being retired. I had a medical issue the last year or so, and I went in June and had some surgery, and they figured out what it was, and nothing was terminal. And it turned out there was a small hernia, and so I'm feeling great.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to the reunion.
I see a wine tour out in the North Fork wine country with you and Karen and a couple of us.
Yes, we've been trying to get that together. I know it's like I said, the last year was really bad for me physically, between the sciatic nerve, and it turned out the nerve was part of the hernia. So
oh, geez.
I'm very, very lucky that I pushed the doctors to do the surgery, and they removed this mass, which was hiding a hernia. So my suggestion to everyone is, if you don't feel good, go to the doctor and insist you find a doctor and make sure you have good coverage. And other than that, I'm looking
Don't tell
forward
Laura
to
that. Laura's already cringing at that. Yeah. Yeah. That's great.
well, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, we're not getting younger, and you want to stay healthy, and you want to do the right thing, and you want to be active and busy. And it's made such a difference. Like, I'm sure, Monica, you must feel a lot better now too.
I'm telling you, Karen saw me. The minute they made me walk after the hip replacement surgery, I was like a new woman. I mean, I had like the biggest smile on my face. Like, I can walk without pain. This is amazing. See, I did it all for the reunion. I want to be able to dance at the reunion next May, and I didn't want anything to slow me down.
I feel like I gained 20 years. I feel like I'm in my 40s again. It feels great. I
I'm
hear
sure
you.
we
So
all have something that we've replaced over, we should do a survey, like just for fun. How many, hips, knees, shoulders, wrists.
oh my goodness,
Especially the
but
skiers in the group, right, Richie? Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable. It would be scary to know.
it's
Still
so
all
important.
original.
Yeah.
Still all original parts.
Yeah, it's all the health is the most important thing, and helping each other out. And like I said, Monica, I would have come and done laundry for you, love.
Yep. I mean, this is for someone we haven't seen each other in all these years, and for you to offer, that was really wonderful. Yeah.
You know, we really have to help each other out in this world.
Yeah. I will say one thing. We've had a couple of Zoom calls where we had a lot of artistic people, right, Russ? We had people who
Yes, yeah.
talking about the bands they played in, or just the jamming we did back in the high school days. And I will remind you, if you're going to register for the event, that form that you fill out, just so we get your name spelled right and everything else that you want to share. One of the things we want to do is know what kind of music you would love to hear at the reunion, because we're going to have a DJ and we're going to make sure he plays the songs that we want to hear. And a couple of people have, submitted their forms, and, whether it's, the Beatles or Carole King, or if it's, a particular song that really reminds you of our days back then, we want to make sure they get played, because this is our party, and we should do what we want to do. So that form is on the Facebook group. We can definitely email it out to everybody again. And let's make it work for us, but that's what made me think about the karaoke as an option for one of the nights around that weekend. If we can go find a place that we could do karaoke, we could be singing our songs, we could ask.
Or if somebody has a machine, we could do it ourselves.
It's much better now. Oh my God. I went a couple of months back for the first time. It's all internet, digital. They download whatever song you want.
Yeah,
it's not like the old days, And then, of course, you have to think of a song you want to sing, but, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think it'll be great. Yeah. And of course, spouses and friends are welcome. It's not just our grade. It can be, anybody who you think wants to participate. And as
I know a lot of
welcome.
people that are not on Facebook. Amy Fisher, Ellen Benjamin, Denise Horn. All of these people say they're coming too. So I'm sure there's a lot more people.
Well, listen, we'll send out the invitation again. Ross has got that on his agenda.
Okay, I was wondering if they all signed up with you. They said they were going to.
Ellen has signed up. Ellen has signed up. We haven't heard from Denise yet.
How about Amy?
What was her last name?
Fisher.
Hasn't signed up yet. No.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll get to Denise and I'll get to Amy. I'm glad Ellen signed up. Okay.
Yeah, she did. Mhm.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we have a smaller group than usual, but I think it's because everybody's going back to work and, dealing with what's going on. My agenda is complete. So anybody want to talk about anything? The floor is open.
Judy, send me an email address for Amy Fisher. I do not have an email address for her either.
Okay, Ross. I will look into it. She's very bad with this stuff. I have to go through her daughter or her husband.
Hey, I want to introduce myself.
I was just going to say, we didn't hear from Thomas.
I can't believe
Oh,
you
I was
forgot
talking to you about your football player son, and
Oh,
I
you
forgot
forgot about the brother. Man, what's on? Man. I'm feeling like I'm back in high school again.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
How you doing? I'm Thomas Finlayson. I'm a healthy 67-year-old man.
Yep.
And the reason I say healthy because I've been realizing the older we get, the more I was telling somebody the other day that we're the point in our lives that our parents were. And when we look at that perspective, we see how much better off we are from our parents. If you can relate, if your parents were alive when they were 67, if your parents are alive, we're at that point in our lives.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to be able to get to that point. And my whole mantra in life has been right now, I am living my future. And what I mean is everything that I wanted my future to be and worked and as hard as I worked for it, I'm reaping the benefits now. And that's why I'm grateful that this reunion has come together. I know some of us has been distanced from our high school for a while. And back when Facebook started, just to give you a little update, when Facebook started, there were a few of us that are alumni that were communicating on Facebook. And we started a Facebook page that's called Queen's Peeps. There's a page up there that's called Queen's Peeps. And it was a bunch of us that hung out together.
Uh-huh.
And we started to, talk about getting together for dinner and all this stuff. And in 2011, me and a couple of them, we organized a small little reunion. It was maybe about 50 of us.
Uh-huh.
Maybe about 40.
That's a lot of people.
It was about maybe about 40 or 50 of us.
Do you still live in Queens? Do you still live in Queens?
I live in Orange County. I'm sorry, I live in Orange County now. And I'm retired.
Nice.
And I live in Orange County. I live in a town called Blooming Grove, Monroe, Washingtonville area.
Okay.
And I'm up there. And we still stay in contact with each other. We had a small little reunion. We had a little restaurant that was off 135th Street and Riverside Park. It sat right on the water, looking over the river. And we got a really good turnout. And everybody keeps telling me every year, we're going to do it again. When are we going to do it again? When are we going to do it again?
So you're going to be the one who's going to invite everybody.
Oh yeah, I sent them every time I get the email. I sent out the email about this. I still have the roster and the list and everything that I've in coordinating this whole thing. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, and so we're looking forward to it. That we can put this together. Be strong about it because as we know, you always hear the term "you're not promised tomorrow." And we always take it for granted until you hear something tragic about somebody. Like we just lost one of our schoolmates that was dear to us, Abbott Tubbs. I don't know if anybody remember Abbott Tubbs. He was a part of the basketball team, which I was part of the basketball team. Yeah, and he
graduated with us.
Excuse me?
He graduated with us?
He graduated with us.
Oh, because we want to do a memorial.
Right, he graduated with us. And not only that, when I threw the reunion in 2011, another guy named Eric Martin, who was part of the basketball team, he was part of the reunion. And within a year's time, he passed away.
Oh my goodness.
That really shocked us. And again, his death brought a few of us together. And I was able to capture some information. So there's a bunch of us that's out there. There's a bunch of us that like you said, that we need to get together and we fellowship.
We need to do this. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Ross, I think we're going to put him on our committee. What do you, I think Thomas is.
Is Beverly Richardson? Is she on your committee?
No,
She's
but
been on
she has
several of
been
the
on our
calls.
Zoom
Okay,
calls.
yeah.
Yes,
So
she
like I
is
said, she
character.
She's
okay.
been there. Yes.
And we
Okay.
have her
Beverly Richardson.
contact information, but she hasn't signed up yet.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
talking
she's in-
about
she's
bringing
in-
all the grandchildren up to New
Yeah,
York.
from
bringing them
Atlanta.
where she grew up.
Grandchildren,
Yeah,
great grandchildren.
yeah,
You know. So that's it for
that's
me.
awesome. Well, I can't believe you have so many connections because we feel like we're kind of stuck a little bit. Like I've been trying to reach out to like the phys ed people that, you know, I went on to college to be a phys ed teacher, complete detour. But I found some of them at Queens College, but, you know, then they're all in different directions. And, you know, we're just trying to yank them back in a little bit for this one special moment because it's a big deal.
Is there some way we can get a database from the school about
No, I tried and it's all about confidentiality.
Yeah, I
and,
figured
you
that
know,
much. Yeah.
But we have a printout that the class of the 2000 reunion, Jay Shagrin, who's not on the call today, but he gave us the printout. So we have at least a hard copy of information from 2000, but that was 25 years ago. So
what about our graduating list? That's public information, isn't it?
Yeah, the yearbook for that.
I have the yearbook too, but yeah, what about the
we don't have any contact information. I mean, a name is all we have, you know.
Thomas, I'll email you the list of email addresses that we have right now. I'll send you the list and you can look down there. And if there's anybody else you have an email contact for, send it to me.
Okay.
I have the program.
I'll send you let me look at my records. I'll send you when we was developing our little reunion.
Sure.
You have information too.
I have the program from when we graduated with all the names on it.
In 1975.
Right.
Yeah.
But you'd have to, I guess, do a name search for each and every one of them.
Believe me, Betty Destrisky has been all over the internet. I mean, every once in a while.
No, I see her all over the place. Yes, we're on a couple of websites.
She's really pushing. Yeah, she's really trying to find people.
I'm thinking of where else to go. I don't know what else. Unless you go back around Bell Park and get some of those people to get involved.
You know, I had a list that we got from Jay from the year 2000. It had everybody's names.
Yeah.
It's a pretty large book. And I wrote 100 letters to anybody who was in the New York area because I was verifying if they were still the owner, because I can get into that information being a realtor. And I got 2 letters back out of 100. And they were both telling me that the graduate had passed away. So
look, guys, I gotta go. I have another important Zoom meeting I gotta attend to, but I wanted to definitely get on this one.
Thomas, thank you.
Good to see you, Thomas.
Looking forward to hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
Good. I'll be in touch.
And good luck.
Bless you guys.
Yeah.
Take care. Yeah. Finding people is hard.
The only thing, if you know somebody in the DMV, they can look up.
I used to work for the Parking Violations Bureau.
I don't think we can abuse that. We can't abuse
it would be difficult to call up all those names, but
no.
Yeah,
Just have
all
to
we
keep
can do is just keep
networking.
reaching out, you know.
Yeah.
Work things.
What about some other social media platform like Instagram or something? Would that help?
We've been
a lot of people use Instagram.
Yeah, we've been posting there too, and LinkedIn, you know, trying to classmates.com, which is
Monica,
a tedious website.
What's the minimum number you have to have
paid? 100 because we've contracted with the venue for 100, but the room will fit 200. So
but we're not even close to getting 100. Is that going to be a problem?
I don't want to say it's going to be easy, but I think we'll get there because I've spoken to other people who've run reunions for our high school, and everybody shows up in the last 3 months. Because you know, people have plans and they have schedules and they don't want to send money, even if they would just register with the form so we know to reach back.
Yeah, I think people don't want to pay ahead of time because God knows what could happen. But I think you're right. Let people register that they're coming, so at least you have a head count.
I'll take that too, you know, and then just, you know, come and get you one way or another, you know. But we'll get there. I mean,
you know, I don't have some of my emails for some of my, well, you know, my friends I know want to come. I've tried to send it by text and I couldn't. I don't know if you have a textable format for the registration form.
There's a link. I mean, I could send you a PDF.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Do a screenshot. I could do that.
I got it out, most of it. There's like 2 people I don't have their emails keep bouncing.
We have a link. It's a Google Doc, so you could just click on the link that's in the invitation.
I have an Android. I don't know.
doesn't want to behave. Yeah.
Never behaves. I don't know if there is a PDF, but I could try again. Or because email, I did send it out, but there was 2 I didn't have. Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
some people just don't even answer their emails.
I know. And
Plus, you know, a lot of people don't live in New York also. There's a number that don't live in New York anymore. They have to make plans ahead of time. So if you know anyone out of state, it's important to give them a heads up.
right. And we have like Bob Goldberg on the list of names that I showed you on the screen before. He lives in Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah.
And he's coming. And Tommy Zimmerman, I'm sure, is coming because he's been on the Zoom calls with us.
And Eva Gosiar's in Seattle, and she said that she's hoping to make it as well.
And Loredana is coming from Italy. So
Yeah,
Loredana's coming
from Milan.
And,
Yep.
Ava's coming? Wow.
She said that she'd like to. I spoke with her. I
I
had a
tried
nice
looking her up.
nice-
That's amazing.
Yeah.
well, that's where you've got to get the word out. That, you know,
John Contagianis dug her up, and I gave her a call, and we had a really good conversation.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is she doing? What did she turn out to be?
She's a retired ophthalmologist.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knew
I
something.
know I'm on Facebook with Janet Light. Has she responded?
Yes, Janet's been in touch. She hasn't
Okay.
signed up, but she's been in touch.
Okay. And I thought Donnie Deutsch said he was coming.
Well,
But we
that
haven't
was,
heard from
you
him.
know, back in
We have
that
no
was a year
contact.
ago. Mhm.
We have no contact information for Donnie, and Donnie helped organize the 25th. If we could get a hold of him, he could probably give us a good number of email addresses, but nobody seems to be able to touch him.
I reached him once through Facebook, just through Messenger, and he said, "Let me know what I can do." And now he's very busy, I guess. And
yeah, I mean, he's not that busy. He can answer an email, you know.
Yeah,
I would write to him.
No bullshit. No bullshit
I think,
excuses.
I think Kirby keeps in touch with him and Janet.
And you know, I actually saw Kirby the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he came by
the
my
one
house
that
to
might be able to also give us a hand with certain things. I know he did the reunion for his group. He's done a couple.
Yeah, we've definitely been in touch with him, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But you know, 25 years of nobody contacting each other is hard to, you know,
it's hard
to reel people back in. If we'd had one every 10 years, Ross, your college does quite a few reunions, right?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
So then you've got this good database.
You do have a good database, and you know, with 50 is do or die. If people don't make it to the 50, it's not going to happen. So this is an important one.
This is a biggie. Yep.
Yeah.
This is the one. Yeah.
I need to jump off because I have another Zoom call. So let me say it was great to see everybody, and I will be in touch repeatedly.
Well,
Okay.
thanks.
All right.
You're always in touch. Thanks, Russ. Take care.
Have a good night.
Good to see you. Good night.
I think we can wrap up. Does anyone want to throw any comments? Ed Costa's still on the screen. He hasn't fallen over with his migraine, so I'm really happy, Ed, that you're still hanging in there with us.
Yeah, I'm actually feeling better. I took something just before the call. I feel better. Thanks for asking.
Good.
I thought it was our sparkling conversation.
How's your hip?
Good.
How's your hip?
Good.
My hip is doing great. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now I'm going to regret selling the condo in Breckenridge because now I'm going to want to go skiing again. But hey, what are you gonna do? One step at a time.
Let me know.
I know it feels great to be young again.
Yep. Yeah,
I know.
It's good to not have pain. You know, it's amazing what you can do.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. It was great talking to everyone. I'll keep pushing everybody.
Have
you been able to find Laurie Snyder?
No. Another one I've been trying to find, you know.
How about Brenda Bauman?
I don't even know the name. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's a whole bunch of people from that area. All right. Let me see if I can find some names and whatever else.
We do have another Zoom call on Sunday because we're trying to get the European contingent in.
Okay.
We have Loredana's going to be on the call. Cindy, who's in Israel, is going to be on the call. She's been asking.
What time on Sunday again?
It's 12 o'clock New York time. Yeah. Just
okay.
I think we'll get like a whole other group of people, you know.
Okay. I have something at 2, so I can stop by for a little
Keep
while.
it short.
Okay.
Keep it short. Yeah.
Come on. Not a problem. See everybody then on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Great to see
Good
you.
night, everyone.
Hi.
Take care.
Hey, everybody.
There's my button to hang you up. Where are we here? End the call. There we go.